Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
Pat's Cafe and Catering has been proudly serving customers in Lawrenceburg since 1987. For 4 generations, our family-run cafe has served up delicious breakfast and lunch favorites with friendly service and a welcoming atmosphere. We also offer full-service catering and can help to make your next party or event a success. For great food and friendly faces, visit us today at Pat's Cafe and Catering.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody to X Sports Today. AJ Gilbert, Bryant, Gobble, and Michael Marks, guys, talking everything going down in the world of sports. A busy sports day. We didn't see here on a Tuesday, but I think every day is going to be a busy sports day coming up. Just seems like when one thing, like, okay, it's going to be an easy day. It's not going to be that crazy. And then, crap hits
it's
the
that
fan.
time of the year. I mean, you got baseball just finished up last week, I believe. Football, basketball is getting heated up. NHL's going on. You're always going to – it's firing season for the football world, right? So you're always going to have something.
Yeah. Well, speaking of firing season, it's firing season in the NBA right now. The Dallas Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison has been fired, announced Tuesday. The decision was made this morning between Harrison and team governor Patrick Dumont. The decision reflects our continued commitment to building a championship-caliber organization, one that delivers for our players, our partners, and most importantly, our fans. Assistant general managers Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi have been promoted to lead the Mavs basketball operations department on an interim basis. So, wow. Looks like Nico didn't make any fans over there in Dallas, guys.
I think he really kind of signed the dotted line when that Luka trade happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still one of those moments where I remember where I was when I found out what happened, and obviously then the Mavs get to the play-in, lose the play-in, get the number 1 pick, get Cooper Flagg, and then they start 3-8. If they didn't start this season off well, it didn't matter that they don't have Kyrie, that AD only plays like 1 game a week at this point. It was never going to work.
Right.
I'm curious about the 3-8 start. Like, why are they pinning that on. I guess that is just the disaster that has been the start of the season as a whole. I guess they're pinning that on Nico. The Cooper Flag thing they looked into, that's nothing to do with him or any prowess that he has. Like, that was just all luck that they drew out of the lottery.
I think it was a 1.4% chance I read today.
Yeah, so that he gets no credit for that at all. Like, Cooper was going to be the number one pick. So if you take that out, look at his resume of what he's done with the Mavericks. Obviously, they're off to a rough start this year. They've traded for Kyrie Irving. That hasn't really worked out that well. Kyrie's hurt this year.
He's hurt every year.
He's hurt. Well, it's just his age. Like, and they're on the hook for. I'm looking at their salary. Kyrie Irving they're on the hook for $36 million for him to sit until the spring, maybe, whenever that comes. So, and obviously Anthony Davis seems like he's hurt all the time as well. They're paying him $54 million, and Luka's having a great time in LA. So, the roster that they've built around him, it's okay. You got Klay Thompson, another old guy, D'Angelo Russell. He's also there.
Dude, this team would have been really good like 7 years ago.
Yeah, it would have been. So things just aren't clicking with the Mavericks, and that's reflective in their record to start the year.
And I also think, as well as Luka has been doing for the Lakers, I think that also leaves a sour taste in Mavs fans' mouth. And with this one, I mean, Nico was kind of the guy that was pinned for everything that's bad. So when something gets bad, he's the one that's going to be fired first.
Also, let's go to some college football news. Speaking of firings or non-firings, an illegal filing against LSU's Board of Supervisors, Brian Kelly's attorney said LSU has taken the position that it is not formally terminated Kelly as the Tigers football coach of school, according to the petition for declaratory, I think I'm saying that right, judgment, is now seeking to fire Kelly for cause and potentially avoid paying a full buyout of nearly $54 million. The filing claims that LSU informed Kelly's representatives of this position on Monday. According to a copy of the suit obtained by ESPN, LSU's representatives had a call of Coach Kelly's reps where LSU took the position that Coach Kelly had not been formally terminated and informed Coach Kelly's representatives for the very first time that LSU believed grounds for termination for cause existed. The 48-page lawsuit was filed in the East Parish of Baton Rouge just hours after the call. According to the filing, Kelly's lawyers are seeking a declaratory judgment confirming that LSU's termination of Coach Kelly is without cause and that Coach Kelly is entitled to receive the full liquidated damages. So,
what a mess.
This is an absolute mess.
So, I'm going to say, a couple of days ago, they back when Scott Woodward was still their athletic director, they tried to make I guess it was considered a settlement deal, and it was, hey, we'll pay you $25 million right now. I think it was going to require him to get another job or something like that, or if he got another job, that it would have taken some of that money. He said no, obviously, and then they come back with the new athletic director and his team, and they said, we'll offer you $30 million. And obviously he said no once again. So now LSU wants to say that actually we didn't really fire you and you didn't show up for work the last 2 weeks, so now you are fired.
Is that it? Like the cause is that we never terminated you, so technically you didn't come into work, so that's why we're firing you for cause. Is that it? Like I'm trying to think of other things they could fire for cause for. Like obviously Tennessee.
Well, they couldn't do anything without getting their own university in trouble, which they don't need right now.
Well, back when Tennessee was going through the whole Jeremy Pruitt thing, like they fired him for cause for recruiting violations that were evident. Now I feel like that was more of the university knew that was happening, but they was kind of like, okay, I'm going to look the other way while this is going on. But whenever it came time to throw Jeremy under the bus, that's what happened.
It's like, hey, we'll bite the bullet for this. We want you going.
I don't know if they can do that. I guess maybe they have something on Brian that they can do that with. Like I don't. It's a weird situation.
There's so many questions. Like, okay, if he hasn't been formally terminated, are you still paying him?
Yeah.
Like, at least if you said you haven't formally terminated him, he's still on your payroll, which means you owe him money. There's that part of it. I was listening to this while running this morning, and some of the insiders at LSU. So it's important to note he's not actually suing the school; he's suing the Board of Governors, which means he is suing the state of LSU.
Oh, wow.
So if he wins this suit, he now has to go to like the state senate and ask for the $54 million. As of right now, Louisiana has over $300 million still owe the people in past lawsuits. So even if he wins this and wins this $54 million suit,
He won't see it.
it's going to go into the
Yeah.
pot, which he will probably never see. So, I mean, at some point, just settle this thing. Get
Yeah.
some sort of money out of it. Even if you win it all the way, I don't think you're going to get this money. If you settle somewhere in the middle, of which what I've heard is that LSU said $30 million and we'll walk and all's good. Take it.
Yeah. No, you take
This
it.
is just extra, like with the state laws in Louisiana and with the control that the governor has over the universities. I don't know why anybody would ever want to take a job at LSU.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's
Right.
it's very popular. You see all the coaches that they have just right now, but I mean, I just think that this whole thing has put a stain on any future coaches that they would like to hire, because now they're just going to throw this back in their face and say, so if I don't do my job right, you're just going to try to not pay me.
Right.
Yeah, the longer this drags on, the worse it is for LSU and the worse it is for Kelly. I guess Kelly, he has enough money, and so he's like, I can, drag this out as long as I want to. You guys fired me. I'm going to get what I feel like I'm owed. But in the end, I don't see much gain from him, from his side. Obviously, the LSU just wants to cut ties and move on. They want to focus on next season. They don't want the NCAA sniffing around for whatever reason gets brought into this. So both sides would do better just to settle, but it doesn't look like it's happening in anytime soon. This is going to be interesting to watch. This is going to be fun. Like, get your popcorn. This is going to be a fire that's going to go down in blaze of glory.
But I'm like you, Mike.
Who would want to go there?
You're going to go there,
Yeah.
and they're going to, you sign on the dotted line that if they terminate you at some point in your contract, this is what they owe you, and then they're going to say, well, we didn't really formally terminate you. Well, you haven't paid me the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So this is, and like you said, who would want to go there?
And LSU has
deal
already
with all
had
that?
some problems with their paying of Brian Kelly their first year. There was some subsidiary loan that they gave him in May,
Right.
and then they accidentally doubled his pay from May through November of 2022. So they've already paid the dude more than they planned on. So
Any part of this just Brian Kelly just being a sleaze bag that everybody knows him for? Like,
I think that this is the first story that
Just-
makes him not look like a terrible person.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
I'm with that. I think it's
Okay.
the first time where it's like,
that's fine.
I think we got your back. On
Yeah,
everything
which
else,
is crazy.
That's on you. But
Which
this
is crazy,
one
but-
is
Sure.
Yeah, this one is. And all,
Just a mess.
and speaking of a mess, I don't know if you guys saw this. This was kind of under the radar yesterday. The city of Pasadena and the Rose Bowl Operating Company filed a request for preliminary injunction temporary restraining order in Los Angeles County Superior Court on Monday, attempting to prevent UCLA from leaving the Rose Bowl Stadium and ending its lease until pending litigation against the school is resolved. There's no way to sugarcoat it. UCLA has confirmed its imminent departure, severely destabilizing plaintiff's core operations. The filing states those operations are structured around and contingent upon UCLA. Last week, the city of Pasadena and the RBOC filed a lawsuit against UCLA to attempt to force the school to honor the terms of their lease with the venue. The current lease requires them to continue to play their home games at the Rose Bowl through 2043.
Whoa.
And Monday's filing out the lease agreement expressly prohibits UCLA from conducting any home games in any facility located in the Los Angeles area, Orange County, other than the Rose Bowl. They claim they would suffer immediate and irreparable harm if UCLA is not forced to keep the status quo of the lease during the lawsuit. Let's see. I'm trying to see if this is the first. Okay. But the program is attempting to move its games to the newer SoFi Stadium, 14 miles closer to the school's campus, capacity of 70,000 this season. Attendance for the Bruins, their 5 home games is roughly 39. So they're 39,000. So they're trying to move the
39.
SoFi closer to campus and move away from the Rose Bowl. And the Rose Bowl is saying, I don't think so.
I like the idea of them trying to move it closer to campus. When you initially reading that, I'm thinking that they were just going to move it to somewhere maybe on campus.
I thought like, oh, this is going to be some.
Yeah, well, it's a 100,000 person stadium that has, I don't know, about. Well, like you said, they've only had 39,000 fans through, and that's stretching it through probably 4 home games at this point throughout the season. So I thought that maybe that would be the reason. But obviously, I mean, if I had the option to play in SoFi Stadium, I probably would like that a little bit more.
I think this is a good move for the university. Everything that I've heard of that people have been to I've never been. Have you been?
It's on my bucket list.
Okay.
But every time, I swear, and it's all from Tennessee fans. It's on my bucket list. I just want to go to like one game. I don't want to go to like any game at the Rose Bowl. I want to go to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Because there's just something about
Yeah.
it. The field is perfect.
Sure.
It's the best paint job on the field. There's just something about the end zones and the way how they perfectly, like, your fans are on this side, their fans are on that side, and no one bleeds over. It is gorgeous. It's perfect. I love it. I don't want to go watch UCLA play.
Right.
Washington.
Everything.
No offense to either of those schools, but I want to see a Rose Bowl.
I'm with you.
Everything I've heard, though, like you said,
It's
everyone
bad.
says it's a dump.
It's terrible. It's a dump. You have to walk, forever to find a bathroom, and even then you're using like a porta potty, so the amenities just aren't working out. So I think it makes sense for UCLA for their survival. Like their program, I feel like is just going downhill. They don't have people showing up. They're not winning games. This whole joining the Big Ten thing was for their survival. So now I feel like this is also part of just trying to build their program for the future. I don't think playing in the Rose Bowl is sustainable for them going forward. It's a great piece of history, and you look at it and it's like, wow, I hate that this era is coming to an end, but it needs to, with the state of their program, and just logistically, it's just better for them to do it that way.
What was the question?
So UCLA, the Rose Bowl is filing a lawsuit against UCLA, an injunction. They're supposed to be there until 2043, but UCLA wants to move to SoFi, where the Rams and the Chargers play.
Move to SoFi. I mean, the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl, from my perspective, has always been the bowl game. That's the Rose Bowl, and for the longest time, I honestly did not even realize that UCLA played there until I was in high school, and then it just like, oh, well, that's their home stadium, okay. And I've always felt like it was kind of weird because it's like, okay, well, that's the Rose Bowl. It's one game, and I mean, I don't know. I feel like SoFi is going to be a much better situation for them. Brand new stadium, more amenities. It's
not falling apart.
But I've always felt like the Rose Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, and like the Sugar Bowl have always been that one game. That stadium, yes, you're going to have like concerts or something like that, but for football purposes, it's that one game. Cotton Bowl, it's Cotton Bowl, and then it's the Texas-Oklahoma Red River rivalry. Right. That's perfect. I've always felt like that's what it is used for. That's what it is. That's what it's needed for.
And I do think it would make the actual Rose Bowl game a little more special because it has kind of lost some of its groove since it's not a Big Ten versus a Pac-12 school anymore. Yeah. And I think that this has a chance to maybe make that game more special because you really can only go there for a game once a year.
Yeah.
I guess you're thinking from the Rose Bowl perspective, like whoever owns it, it's the city. It's not the university. I would assume the city of Pasadena or whatever. I would assume they don't want UCLA to pull out because that's revenue lost.
Yes.
And I guess the future of the Rose Bowl in general, like that stadium would be in question if they don't have money coming in from UCLA. So what does the future look like if they don't have revenue to upgrade the stadium, if they don't have teams coming and playing? I guess maybe put more concerts in there, like you mentioned. I don't know if they do concerts in there or whatnot, but
because like I've even heard horror stories of the last Super Bowl that was there, the Bills-Cowboys Super Bowl, and people are like, "This is the worst place."
But how do you have money to renovate it? I guess is what I'm asking.
Like to come through the city, or the Rose Bowl committee. You know, I don't know if it's flush with cash or whatnot. I don't know their financial situation.
And then does it pay for itself after it? Like if you do put the money into it, are people, businesses or concerts, whatever, going to come if UCLA pulls out?
And I'm wondering because the way that the lease or whatever would work going through 2043, I'm wondering how much money per year that is, that if UCLA somehow pulled out of this, that how much would one, the university be out, or two, the Rose Bowl be out in that instance.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot of questions to be asked there, guys. We're coming up next. We're going to play some Keep It or Dump It in the world of football when we return here on X Sports Today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. What are we looking up, Ross Gelling?
I don't know. We'll have to do something else.
This is getting interesting.
The Google every now and then will have like a special feature, like today's Veterans Day, and they have their little folded American flag.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you click on something, it will animate. It will do like a little special thing. And they used to have one for Ross Geller. I don't remember where it went though.
And see, my favorite was going to Google and Googling "do a barrel roll," and then it would pop.
It would,
up.
do the barrel roll.
It was on your screen.
I think you should do Friends trivia coming up for us in a couple of weeks.
Thanksgiving is their main holiday on that show.
That would be perfect.
The Office was Christmas. And Halloween.
Sure.
Friends was Thanksgiving. The only show that really took Thanksgiving serious. Seinfeld never really took anything serious, even though that's my favorite show.
It's a good one.
But, oh, man.
Those Friends Thanksgiving episodes were just incredible.
Thanksgiving trivia?
Oh, so good.
I'm here for it.
2 Tuesdays from now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted it. I'm bringing it.
All right.
So I was telling...
that's your all's show?
I love Friends.
Yeah,
I like
Friends.
it.
I was telling him yesterday, my last job I had during COVID, I was considered a non-essential employee, but so most of the stuff I could do was from home, was at my house. Yeah. But even that was very limited. So I kid you not, I felt like I was on paid vacation for 8 months. And from 8 a.m., I got up, got to the couch, turned my laptop on in case an email came through, I needed to do something, and I put Friends on the TV. And I swear I went through that show about 3 times. And I already gone through it before. It was one of my favorite shows already. But I went through that entire show 3 more times that year.
All right. Well, I think I don't know if I want to, do you want just, Thanksgiving Friends trivia or just Friends trivia?
I think the broader Friends trivia would be good to pick from.
All right.
Yeah.
Challenging.
I'm here for it. I would say I'm a little later than them, so my show would be like that 70s show or something.
Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good one.
I love that show too. That's a good one. Okay, guys, our first Keep It or Dump It. Mike Norvell was asked about the state of his program during his press conference yesterday. Fully aware of the outside narrative around our team is not good, around me is probably not good. That's fine, Norvell said. That will not affect the job that I'm going to show up and do. I'm going to pour everything I have to this team with a championship expectation. I've actually won a championship, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do it here. That might piss some people off, so be it. They'll be celebrating when we're hoisting a trophy, and it will be the belief that I see from our players, the belief that I see from our coaches, and the talent that I know our players have, and the guys are coming to be a part of this. Do you see is there a championship in Florida State's future? Keep it or dump it, guys.
I mean, they can win like the Pop-Tart Bowl maybe, but like an actual like national championship or ACC championship like he's hinting at, it could be in the future for Florida State, but it won't be as long as he's the head coach. It just feels like he had that one good year in 2023 and has been pretty much riding that the whole way through. Because if you remember, his first year there, Florida State lost its first ever home game to an FCS team. Trust me, there's been a lot of bad before this season. I don't know why it's not getting brought up. But the Mike Norvell experience has been, out of the 4 or 5 years, all but 1 year bad.
Right.
I feel like he's one of those coaches where I wouldn't necessarily put him in the bad category, but I would put him in the category where he's only going to look great if he has great athletes and they have a well-rounded team. And you saw that with the season they had a couple years ago, where who was their quarter? I'm blanking on their quarterback. He got injured.
Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis.
An amazing
UNA.
Yeah, amazing.
That's why I pulled up. I was about to mention that.
Yeah.
Thanks, UNA.
Amazing athlete, amazing quarterback, gets injured, and that just ends up destroying their amazing season. And so you fast forward to the next season, they have good players. I wouldn't say that they were like absolutely great players, but you had a good group to work with, and you only get 2 wins. And then you fast forward to this year, and you still feel like you have good players, and now you see what's going on. So I don't know. I feel like I would put him in a category of he's a okay coach, but he's only going to look great unless he has great players around him.
Well, to me, Mike Norvell has 2 major flaws that are going to keep him from winning things where he's at right now. One, he doesn't recruit high school very well. I think that is still very, very crucial. I get the portals taken over, but that is still very important.
Yeah.
And you got to develop your team in the season. If you look at the Florida State team that took the field against Alabama and the one that took the field last Saturday against Clemson, it's the same caliber team.
Yeah.
The problem is it's November 11th now. Your team needs to play a little better, and they haven't gotten any better.
I think it's just so funny thinking about what we just mentioned that, on a November night in the random year of 2023, Florida State feeling good, undefeated, front runner for the playoffs, and some redneck from Lauderdale County forever changes Mike Norvell's trajectory as a head coach by breaking Jordan Travis's leg. That was his injury, right? Broken leg.
Yeah, broken leg.
And Jordan Travis we haven't really heard from him since, I don't think. Mike Norvell has not been able to put it together since then. His record at Florida State started off in 2020, 3-6, 5-7, 10-3. 2023 was 13-1. That was the good year. The one loss came in the Orange Bowl. After that, 2024, 2-10. We know how much of a disaster last year was. They started the season preseason top 10, maybe.
And they lost that game in Ireland.
Lost that weird game in Ireland, and they never recovered. Had horrible quarterback play with DJ Uiagalelei. And this year with Florida State, 4-5 so far. They started the year off. Jump at unranked, immediately jump back in the rankings, and then it's just going downhill. I think Norvell's done. Florida State is a serious school about winning football, and I'm surprised that they have hung on to him this long. So for me, cut him. See ya.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to quarterbacks, guys. DJ Lagway done. Keep it or dump it. He's going to start against Ole Miss, but he got benched.
He's done at Florida. I think he's going to transfer after the season. I think his coach is gone. I think that this season has just gone tremendously bad, but beyond what anybody could imagine. I think he's going to look for a fresh start elsewhere, and maybe a school out west, maybe one in the Midwest, maybe like a Minnesota or something like that. I don't see him in the SEC next year.
Could have Dan Mullen potentially have recruited him to Florida?
Maybe started,
is he too young? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he might have. He might have started it.
If somehow Dan Mullen's still at UNLV, that could be a repairing if Lagway were to transfer. I don't know their quarterback situation, and quite honestly, I don't know the backup quarterback situation at Florida.
It's Harrison Bailey,
but. Nah, that's right.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't that be weird if
weird.
Tennessee comes to play in the swamp and Harrison Bailey is the guy on the other sideline?
Awkward.
That would be strange. You know what? Dump him because I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
I'm going to say dump him too. I feel like he needs to go. If it is a Dan Mullen that started to recruit him, I feel like Dan Mullen is good with quarterbacks, so you need get him somewhere that has a good head coach or at least a good offensive coordinator or quarterback coach that is very good at developing because he has some stuff he needs to work on. And for him to be able to hit that reset button, what year is he?
Sophomore.
He's a sophomore. So he's got time to go find another school, find somebody who he can click with and can actually grow with this quarterback play, whether that's Dan Mullen, whether that, I don't know. For him, obviously, he would want to start, but in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, Steve Sarkisian, if he's still at Texas, he's usually decent with quarterbacks. I don't know what's happened with Arch Manning, but do you find somebody else that can at least get your footing and then maybe you can come back to like an SEC school?
I don't think he can come back to the SEC. I think he's kind of done, kind of like Carson Beck. He's probably going
unless he does like a go somewhere else, have like a Heisman caliber year, and then want to come back. But I think if that happens, he just
seems like the turnovers are the big issue with him. 11 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
Yeah, and eight of those were in 2 games.
Yeah,
speaking
Jameis Winston numbers.
Yeah, speaking of SEC quarterbacks, guys, Garrett Nussmeier, was his decision to come back good? Keep it or dump it?
I think. Hindsight, we can obviously say it was a terrible decision because he was a first-round quarterback, and now he's. I don't think he's going to get drafted at the way he's playing right now. Yeah. At the time, it looked like a good idea. LSU was preseason top 10. They had all these great recruits and all these great transfers, but once the news of him coming up a little slow and stuff like that in fall practice, I think that you kind of knew that this was going to be a tough year for LSU, and then it makes that decision look really dumb.
Right.
I don't know. What he was projected to go last year?
Supposed to be first round.
I don't know why he didn't go then. I guess you cash the check, go back to LSU, get the NIL check, try to run it back with Brian Kelly if you had some hope that things were going to go well, but. And I'm saying this, hindsight's 2020. I don't know why I didn't hit the league though. Right. I don't know, keep him or dump him if that's the question. I don't know what I would do because it almost seems like he's just been injured or something's just been off. So I can't fairly say keep him or dump him because I want to know what's really going on. Like something's just different, something's just off, and there's got to be some reason behind that, whether it's coaching or an injury or what. So I don't know. I give him the benefit of the doubt, I guess, and keep him. I don't know. He's weird.
I'm with you on that. The only way I could actually answer that question if I go this route, the only way I could say dump him is obviously knowing what has transpired now. But going back to that decision, that looked like it was a good decision. I understand it is a very unique situation now because you go back before NIL, people would jump to the league if they're good enough, they know they're going to get some good money. They're going to do that because that's the way they get money. Now it is going to be a lot more palatable and maybe more enticing for a quarterback or a good player to come back. Maybe they didn't meet expectations the next year, but you know that the following year, but the next year you know that you're going to have either that or a better chance. You're getting money. Why not go for a national championship? Because that's a rarity to come by, and I understand the decision to come back. But like I said, the only way I would go towards a dump would be how the years transpired. But I'm completely with you on the fact that there looks to be something wrong, whether it's the offensive line, because he's always going to be hit or on the ground. I don't know how many times each game he's just... I could literally change the channel to an LSU game, and there's like a 9 out of 10 chance you're going to see Nussmeier on the ground.
Right.
And it's like something... Right. So I don't know. I feel for the guy because I know that he is a good quarterback. He is a fighter. When he got pulled from the game against Alabama, you saw him on the sideline, and it was just he looked so defeated, but he was still cheering on their backup quarterback.
Means he's a good teammate and a good.
He's a good teammate and good person. That's why I feel for him. But you look at it now. You could say his draft stock has definitely gone down. He is a senior this year, right? Yeah. So I don't know if he has another year of eligibility or not. But you look prior to that decision, it looked like it was a good decision.
Yeah.
But obviously, you didn't know that this was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he starting? Do we know?
I don't know yet.
I would assume so.
I would assume so, yeah.
Interesting.
You'll probably find
The
out
guy-
tomorrow.
Guy behind him isn't great.
Yeah, I would say at least Michael Van Buren brings a little bit of a dual threat ability.
Yeah, he has more of that.
He can't throw the ball, but
No, can't throw the ball at all. Not a good mix, guys. Also, I had one off the top of my head. Keep it or dump it. Texas is back in the top 10. Do they stay there till the end of the year?
What rank are they?
I think they're 10.
Are they 10? Okay.
And I think that they'll probably be around that 9 or 10 spot when the playoff rankings come out tonight. Listen, their last 3 games, they've got at Georgia this weekend, obviously. The next week, they play at home against Arkansas, and then after that, home against A&M. They've got their work cut out for them. But listen, Texas has turned things around ever since that. Really, that Oklahoma game was kind of the turning point. They were a little slow in that Kentucky game to follow, but since then, their offense has been humming. And funny enough, Arch Manning's looked really good.
Yeah.
He's 2,100 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, he's done a really good job, and that offense has been moving the ball. Yeah.
I think a lot of people owe Arch an apology. I'm not saying that we should crown him as king, but a lot of people were really ready to bury him after the start of the season against Texas and losing against Florida. But like you said, since then, minus the Kentucky game, they've looked pretty formidable. Whether they stay in the top 10 or not is going to depend on what they do against Georgia and Texas A&M. That is a rough way to finish out the year. If they split those games, then I think they could still potentially be in the playoffs. That would just be a loss against Ohio State, a loss against Florida in the swamp. In the swamp, and a potential top 10 loss against A&M or Georgia. I don't think, to answer your question, no, I don't think they finish in the top 10. Could they be in the playoff? This might be where, okay, does a 9-3 Texas, who's looked really good over the last half of the season, do they get in over Virginia or whoever your second place ACC team is, or a Cincinnati, whoever your second place Big 12 team is?
I'm going to lean they're not going to be in the top 10, but that is going to be a very interesting question if they are 11, 12, or 13.
Right.
And I felt like I felt like from talk about Arch Manning, that I felt like I wanted to keep giving him chances because I know that he's a good quarterback. But the concern I had was, I kept bringing this up, is he going to end up being the next Quinn Ewers? Because Quinn Ewers was going to be way up here, Heisman hopeful. He's the king of everything. And he ended up just being a decent quarterback, and that was it. And I didn't really want to see him go that route because he's a Manning. He's like you're supposed to be able he's royalty and all that. And I mean, he's a good quarterback. It is really nice to be able to see him really starting to gather his footing and being able to do what I figured that we all figured that he was able to do. It just seemed like it just took some time to get there. But I'm with you. There was a lot of people who were ready to just he's nothing, but give him some chances, let him kind of get there, and it looks like he has. On top of that, Texas has really started to look like what they should have been for the majority of the year, and they always say you need to get hot at the right time. But I look at that schedule. I mean, right now I could see that they go through that 1 and 2, and if that's the case, then they are definitely out of the playoff contention because they would have 4 losses at that point. But who's to say they beat Georgia?
Right.
Arkansas is going to be tough. Arkansas plays everybody tough right now. But you win that one, and then you win against A&M. You're sitting nice and pretty. You're a lock for the tournament, and there's a chance that you might be in the SEC championship, barring some other things that are going on. But I wouldn't dump them.
I think if they beat A&M, they would be in because they'd have the tiebreaker with them, and the only other undefeated SEC team's Alabama.
Yeah, and so you're right. They would probably be in at that point. I would
win out there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they would.
Win out, I feel like that
because they would have the tiebreaker against A&M.
1 loss against Florida.
I still say dump them from the top 10. Like I said, I would. If I'm Texas, looking at the schedule, I would consider it a win if they go 1 and 2, and I mean, and hope that one win is against Georgia or A&M, but right now it looks like it could just be Arkansas, but I don't know. They're clicking. They could beat anybody.
I'm high on Texas.
But you gotta keep proving. You gotta keep proving.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's move on to the NFL. After the Giants firing Daboll, is there? This isn't really a keep it or dump it. I guess you can be a keep it or dump it question. Is this a job worth taking? Because neither New York job has really had any sort of success outside of Eli Manning. How many years ago? Early 2010s?
Yeah.
It's been a while. Is the Giants, the Jets, or any of those jobs in New York worth taking?
If any of them are, I would say it's the Giants, and it was something that we all talked about yesterday. Look at all the young talent they have. Young quarterback with Jackson Dart, young running back Cam Scadaboo, ton of young talent on the outside. Wandale Robinson, I get he's hurt right now, but Malik Neighbors is extremely talented. That defense has got some pieces, and the offensive line's done excellent this year. I think the Giants is a great job. I just don't think that Daboll did the most with what he had.
Right.
The Giants is a good job. I don't think I think their front office is more put together than the Jets. Like you've just seen the organization and the way teams have been put together, the way coaching searches have been managed, the way coaches have been managed. Like the fact that they stuck with Daboll and gave him a chance, and they didn't just cycle through another head coach after Daboll didn't prove himself, proves that there is some stability there. Obviously, the players, we've mentioned that. So front office seems like it has it together. So I would consider the Giants still a top tier, a big market team. You've got a lot of good things going on other than the stadium that you play in. I don't like MetLife. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that place,
it's a terrible
that place is terrible.
It's so cookie cutter, boring. From everything I've heard, it's awful to get to. Like you go to a game and you spend 4 hours trying to get back from the game. Like
I can imagine how the players play. I don't know how far they have to travel to get to the stadium, but I'm sure it's terrible for them as well. So Giants good, Jets bad.
I'm with everybody on that. Giants good, Jets bad. I mean, it's just like you said, Michael. We talked about yesterday. He has a good group of players there. It was just there's coaching issues going on. You just need to find the right fit, and I really think you need to find somebody who is good with quarterbacks, but can relate to the young players. I feel like we're kind of getting into that realm where talking about just not saying there's like generational disconnect, but you feel like you're starting to get into a realm where you probably need like a younger coach, someone in like their 30s or 40s who can feel like they can relate a little bit to the young guys. But it's a good organization to work with. They got good players. It is the best job out of the two in New York. So yes, I would say that's a keep. That is a good job. You just need to find someone who's going to end up being the right fit. And I feel like they probably. How old was Daboll? He was not old. He was like 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
Heck, find someone who 50. I mean, if you can find someone who's a little bit younger than that, I mean, give them a shot, because I feel like I feel like maybe that would help things a little bit better.
Can I break some news from the NFL?
Sure.
When you go to the breaking news desk, do you have any?
There you
go. Your number 2 overall pick from the 2025 NFL Draft, Travis Hunter, underwent season-ending knee surgery. He was on the IR. It was kind of up in the air whether he could return or not, but he is shutting it down for the season. It was an LCL repair, so knee ligament LCL repair. He's expected to return. This is according to Ian Rappaport. Expected to return within 6 months to full football activities.
And I thought Rappaport was the guy that was supposed to say wasn't supposed to be long term, but I guess he just played the safe side right there, which is probably smart long term.
All right. Keep it or dump it, guys. Are the Eagles the most boring, great team you've ever seen?
They're up there with Iowa football. At least the Eagles have won some Super Bowls.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say the Eagles have gotten very much further than
I mean,
Iowa
last night
has.
was terrible.
Yes,
I mean, we had a terrible starting into this NFL week. All the games in the middle were pretty good, but I mean, I'm extremely disappointed that these are the two best teams we have in the NFC, and I get their defenses are really good, but that's the best we could put on the field.
To me, I disagree. Was it fun football to watch from viewers' perspective? No. But was it terrible football? Terrible football to me was watching the Titans and the Cardinals a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was
That's
awful.
fair.
That was awful, ugly football. Last night it lacked offensive explosiveness, until you got to the fourth quarter and Devontae Smith finally opened it up over the top. But was it terrible football? No. There was a lot of good defensive plays, a lot of defensive players making their way. It seems like it was a couple of heavyweights just trying to feel each other out and finally trying to take the opportunity whenever they finally got one. What was your original question? I got to rolling about last night's game.
Boring.
Are they the most boring
team you've ever seen?
I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
I
mean, around the about.
I could have fallen asleep last night to that game. Yeah, sure.
That's exactly that's the point.
Yep.
Are they good at what they do? Absolutely. But is it boring?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yes, I'm 120% behind that. I mean, that last night, I'm with you. It felt like it was two heavyweights who were trying to feel each other out, and eventually you started getting some stuff. But you go through the game, it wasn't like the offenses were just doing horrible jobs. They would move the ball, but the defense would eventually stop them, and they would either have to do field goal or punt. And can't remember how many turnovers were in the game. I think there was like a couple of turnovers. I know that there was a couple fumbles.
3 combined. One interception for the Eagles, 2 fumbles for the Packers.
Yeah, and I felt like that was one of the games that you almost felt like that could be a possibility that it ends up being low scoring. Yeah. But you look at the way the Eagles have done. I mean, they are really good at what they do, and at the end of the day, they find a way to win. And if you either win by 3, you win by 1, or you win by 21, it doesn't matter. You won in the NFL, and that's what matters. But yes, they are probably the greatest boring team in the NFL right now.
And I also think that was 2 teams that think that they could see each other in the postseason again and didn't want to show anything to each other.
That could be true, too.
But for the Packers, they're 2. The Eagles have like one bad loss. The Packers have a couple.
Yeah.
And the Packers' offense just...
It's offense. It's offense.
The defense is really good.
Yeah,
the offense is just...
You look at their losses against the Panthers, scored 13 points. Against the Browns, they scored 10 points.
What was the opponent? What did the opponent score?
13. You needed 2 touchdowns to beat the Browns. To beat the Panthers, you needed 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah.
To beat the Eagles last night, you needed 2 touchdowns.
Consistently holding their opponents that they lose to under 15 points, you would say, right around 15 points. In the NFL, you've got to get in today's NFL, you got to score more than that.
Well, I saw something funny. It was in their 3 combined losses. The Packers have given up 39 points, and their one tie they gave up 40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's go to the trivia portion. The part I'm pretty excited about. Okay, college football. Give me the top 10 teams with the best winning percentage. This is since 2015. The top 10 teams with the best winning percentage against a team coming off of their bye week.
Alabama's going to be up there.
They are number 1, an 88.2 win percentage. They are 15-2 against teams coming off their bye.
The opponent is coming off of the bye week.
Is coming off the bye week.
This is just so random, AJ.
Yeah, how do you even think of this?
So random.
This wasn't the question I was searching for. I saw this. I'm like, this is really good. I like this.
Ohio State's probably up there.
Third.
Yeah.
They are 17-3, 85%.
And then Georgia probably.
Right behind them, 11-2, 84.6%.
Oh, so we still haven't got number 2.
Yeah, number 2's actually played a lot of teams off of their bye week, surprisingly, in the last 10 years. It's not as common as I thought it would be.
Is it Michigan?
No.
Okay.
They are... they're 11th, 75%. Actually, they're tied for 10th.
Okay.
At 75%.
You just named the big schools. Like, that's the only way I know how to guess. There is no logical thought going through my brain other than just guessing the big schools that are good at football, like LSU.
LSU's not. They're not even remotely close.
2015. Who's been good since 2015? Washington.
They're tied with Michigan. 75%. They're 21-7 against teams coming off their bye week.
Oregon.
That's a good one.
Not in the top 10.
Really? Okay.
Not even in the top 20.
Wow.
Okay. So
interesting.
My next guess is either going to be number 2 or it's not going to even be on the list. Notre Dame.
Number 2. Guys, they have won 86.5% of their games against teams off their bye week, and they have played 37 teams and gone 32-5 in the last 10 years.
How about
impressive.
That's another bad thing about being an independent.
Yeah.
No one cares about your bye week.
Yeah.
You know what happens. It's again, they actually care about that in the conferences.
Yeah.
If you're in their conference, if you're not,
Yeah.
it's a big as they say in Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't act like I don't know what that means. My wife loves that shit.
Yeah. I even got that one. That was good.
Oh, that was a good one. Ole Miss.
They are not far behind. They are at 72.7% at 13th. They are 8-3 against
So
teams.
just outside the top 10.
Yeah.
If they had hired Lane Kiffin 5 years earlier.
We got two group of 5 teams.
Clemson.
They are in the top 10.
That's a
1, 2,
good
3,
one.
4, 5, 6, 7. 15-4, 79%.
Is Florida on here?
No.
Oklahoma.
Nope.
Ah.
A&M.
No. Oklahoma State's actually just inside the top 20, 70.8%, 17-7.
That's wild.
So you got Bama, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Georgia. You got Clemson. You got the 2 teams. So you're missing 9, 8.
Penn State.
No.
Well, they never beat any of the good teams, and that's usually who you would get off a bye week.
Sure. So like North Dakota State or something like that. The Jackrabbit.
I'll give you number 5 because you guys won't get it. It's Miami of Ohio.
Oh, yeah. I never guessed that one.
81.3% against teams coming off their bye week.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Is there another group 5 in there?
right behind them.
Is it Memphis?
No,
What conference?
that conference.
It's still on the MAC?
Yeah, the American.
Oh,
American?
Oh.
Tulane.
Nope.
Navy.
No.
They haven't been in that conference long enough.
They're currently in the race for the top team in the American.
Is it East Carolina?
No.
What was that one school that got good with Jamie Chadwell?
Coastal. They're in the Sun
Is it
Belt.
Coastal?
Yeah,
They're not in the
the
Sun
Sun
Belt.
Belt, yeah.
I'm going to feel really dumb.
I'm trying to think of American teams.
Well, like the ones that are in contention right now is Memphis, Tulane, North Texas, Navy,
South Florida.
There you go.
Yep, good guess.
19-5, 79.2% against teams off the bye week. So you still need
Even during the old Charlie,
Strong?
the Charlie
I know.
Strong days.
I know.
Wow.
I actually got to meet him one time.
Really?
When South Florida was visiting a hospital in Birmingham. Yeah.
Well, good for him.
So you're still missing 8 and 9. They're Power 4 schools. ACC and SEC.
Ooh.
SEC. Texas.
Yep, number 9. 13-4, 76.5%.
Florida State?
No, but you're in the right state.
Oh, is it the other Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're Miami. The real Miami.
78.3%.
I like that one. That was really obscure.
Yeah.
2 Charlie Strong teams, right?
Yeah, Texas.
Texas and
South Florida.
Good job
You
for
guys want
handling your
quick-
business
quick-
off your bye week.
Quick guess at who's the top team off a bye week?
Alabama.
Yeah, number 1, 18-3.
Georgia.
Georgia's number 3, 16-4, 80%.
I feel like Ohio State's could be like number 2.
23-4, 85.2%. Number 4 and 5 are a group of 5 teams. App State is 17-5, and Boise State is 13-4.
Interesting.
After 5 weeks.
I
Crazy.
mean, those are the teams that handle business.
I didn't know about the Alabama thing. I feel like that was a Nick Saban stat. That
Yeah.
kept getting repeated and
Yes.
repeated
then
over and over
there's
again.
number 10's Ohio, 15-6. James Madison is 8-3 off a
JMU.
bye week. Oregon 15-5 off a bye week. Notre Dame 22-7 off a bye, and Clemson 16-5. So those are your top 10 teams off a bye
And
week.
you mentioned that Nick Saban thing. That was one of his staples.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this, but I kept hearing that DeBoer is good off of a bye week too, and I thought, okay, well, whatever. Well, apparently he is
really good.
really good off a bye week, going back to his like South Dakota
Sioux
days
Falls,
or
yeah.
Sioux Falls.
Yeah. I know his former offensive coordinator very well. Says they all sing the praise, like everyone in the NAIA Division II ranks sings the praises of Kalen DeBoer. So they're not shocked at all. He's doing what he's doing right now. Well, guys, that will do it for X Sports today. We'll be back at it tomorrow on Wednesday. I'm going to challenge you guys.
Okay.
We're going to do this. We're going to call it Way Back Wednesday. I want you guys to think of and bring me the video clip of the greatest play you've ever seen in person.
In person. Oh,
Can it be the TV clip?
Already have fun.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be all.
Okay.
all
Already
your
have fun.
So
Tennessee fans will love it.
Wait, is it biggest or best?
the best.
Okay.
That you've seen. It has to be in person, and yes, you can use the TV clip.
Oh, jeez.
Perfect.
I'll be the
We'll
first to
show
say there's been.
I'm giving you 24 hours to think about it.
I know. I'm thinking.
Games I've been to.
Well, the thing, funny enough, I have only been to like maybe 4 Alabama games in my entire life. I rarely go to games. I just like sitting at home and watching them. So that's gonna be a tough one to figure out.
I've got a college play and a high school play, and I can't wait to show those off tomorrow. So it'll be way back Wednesday. We're going to start off with the best, and it can be any sport. It doesn't have to be football.
Okay.
Also put that there. It doesn't have to be football. So there might be a Alfonso Soriano upper decker off Johnny Cueto on this list. I'm not.
What a pull.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
go Cubbies.
During a day-night doubleheader, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. It was the first game of a doubleheader, Samardzija versus Cueto, and Cueto gets Soriano down 0-2, then throws 3 straight balls, and then throws him 97 down the middle. We're sitting in the front row of the upper deck, which, by the way, it's the best place to ever view any game is the front row of an upper deck. Grooves Soriano, and he hits it, everyone in the place, and the guy was literally cutting in front of us to go. I'm like, Soriano's it's Cueto, and you're getting up, and he sees it, hears the crack of the bat, doesn't even turn around.
Oh my gosh.
F it, throws his popcorn because he knows that ball's in the upper deck, and I'm celebrating like I've never seen. Then Samardzija gave up 7 runs.
Gone to
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what happened there. So I can tell when we'll tell stories. We'll have fun on Wednesdays when we're here. So okay, that will be tomorrow. So for Taylor, Brian, and Mike, I'm AJ. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 1:30.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the